Love your mother and trust in her teachings. Do your duties and carry out your function for a future far from sin or incineration. We're all just flowers in a garden of her making. Soon we'll grow beautiful enough to be worth taking. The All-Mother, she shines so bright, but Mother's glow is not as warm as it had seemed to be, and it feels very far from me, and it feels very far from me.
Hi. Oh god, my microphone stuck. Microphone stuck. Hi. So, hi Aspen. Hi Aspen. How are you doing? Alright, the soundtrack you were listening to right now was from the 1000 Times Resist game, which I am almost done, by the way. One more stream, I think, and I'm done with this game, and oh god, I'm not ready for the finale. It's been really messing me up emotionally, and I'm not kidding, by the way. I highly recommend playing it if you can. So, today is gonna be a bit different. We're not gonna continue any existing pieces I have right now. I'm gonna try doing something more experimental. We're gonna watch some Joy of Painting and paint along Bob Ross. Wow. Okay, first of all, let me open up. Hi Vex. Welcome Vex. Welcome to the stream, Vex. Let me open up Rebel, which I need to use more often because it's a very expensive program that usually costs like I don't want to update right now. It usually costs like fucking like I don't know, $200 or something. But it was on a special like anniversary sale for $10, and I was like, ooh, let me get that. Yoink. So I barely used it, but so far so it's interesting. I just need to get used to the interface. One complaint I have with this program, though, it can only open one file at a time, and it's kind of annoying. I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah. The thing about this program is that apparently it can mimic realistic paint mixing compared to other or digital art programs. So you know. All right. What can I make? Let me switch properly to the window for gap here. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing? Stupid program. And next, we're gonna open up Bob Ross. What? Why is it still picking Niku? What the fuck? Alright, give me a second. I need to put Bob Ross in the corner somewhere. Alright. I don't know what I was doing. My brain just kinda like blue screen for a second. Damn, if only I had a third monitor. I don't think I have space for a third one, unfortunately. Alright, is there... Let's see. Capture... No! What the fuck is that? Window capture. There you go. Alright, we're gonna properly crop that shit too. Miku. No. See how it's gonna look. And we need to pause the video for a second because I need to maybe do a... Let's see, file, new. Let's do instead 3.6. Here you go. Okay. Yeah. Oh, no, 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 I didn't mean to open up fucking MS Clip Studio Paint. Fuck off. Fuck off. Thank you. Alright. I'm gonna make sure to like... Clip Studio wants you! I need to like properly organize myself because holy shit, there's lots of tabs I have open. Alright, I hope it looks good on your side.
Hello, I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you to the joy of painting. This is a wet on wet painting
Hi, Bob.
technique, and each week I'll take you step by step through a beautiful oil painting. If you've been with us before, I'm glad to see you again. If this is your first time with us, drag up your paints and your big brush, come along and paint with us. And let's go ahead and get started and talk a little bit about what we're going to do.
Can't see the chat right now,
I've
unfortunately.
already covered the canvas with a thin, even coat of liquid white. And this makes the canvas wet, makes it slick. It allows us to blend color right here on the canvas. And now I'm going to have them graphically run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint this project with me. And it'll come across in the same order that I have them on the palette, starting with the titanium white and working around. While they're doing that, let's go on up here and get started. Now I'm going to start with a 2-inch brush today and go right into a small amount of alizarin crimson. And just really tap the brush into the color. Just tap it. This assures a nice even distribution of paint all the way through the bristles. Okay, let's go up here. Let's go right in here and just make little crisscross strokes, little X's. And put in a little tiny bit of pink, just like so.
Oh, it's a bit too...
Using very little pressure, just apply it right on the
It's a bit too loaded, hold on.
We don't have to get too bright. We don't want to set the sky on fire. We just want a little pinkish glow in the sky.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, now then I'll take the same old dirty brush, add a little more of the crimson and a tiny, tiny bit of phthalo blue. Proportionately, we want much, much more crimson than blue. And I'm just mixing this right on the brush to make a nice lavender color, nice purplish color. Okay, let's go up here and sort of test it. Now,
and then a dirty brush with phthalo blue, you say, huh?
Stop and change it. You can fix it. This is your world, and you can create any type of illusion that you want here. You're the boss on this canvas. You can do anything.
Looks like shit.
Anything. Okay, a little more paint. And just sort of let that flow around. I'm going to add a little blue to that. A tiny bit more blue there. Today I thought we'd do a nice painting that's very soft and very quiet.
God. Wow.
And it'll make you happy. It's a very easy little painting. There we go. And down here I'll just clean the brush off. Just like so. Okay, now then let's clean our brush. We clean our brushes with odorless thinner. And be sure it's odorless or you'll be working by yourself. Shake off the excess. And right down here I have a box I shake the brush into. And then this is when you take out all your frustrations. Maybe the absolute most fun of this whole technique. Okay, now let's take the clean brush and go right back up here. And just blend the sky together.
Okay.
Still using little crisscross strokes. Still using them.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Back and forth. There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing.
And you can blend this to any degree of softness that you want. You can blend it till you lose all the little variations that you have.
Fuck.
And personally, I like to leave some of those in there. But when you're doing your painting, you look at it and you do it the way that you want it. Okay, there we go. And that quickly, we have a very effective little sky. And we'll just use long strokes here to take out any brush marks. Okay. And that gives us a happy little sky. Now then, let's take a little bit of the phthalo blue.
Phthalo blue.
The alizarin crimson, we'll just mix it together.
Okay.
Still, we have a little bit more of the crimson than we do blue.
Like a very deep purple. What the fuck is
We're
this?
still working with a nice lavender color.
Lavender.
Pull it out very flat and then cut across it. So there's a small roll of paint right on the edge of the knife. There we go. Okay, let's go right up here. Maybe there's a happy little mountain that lives right along here.
Oh, it's a very dark
really
lavender
pushing
action.
This paint right into the fabric. Really get firm with it. You're not going to hurt this canvas. Shoot, they make tents out of it. It's tough.
Okay.
Really push it in. Use a lot of pressure.
Okay, that's a pressure.
The only thing you're worried about is this nice outside shape here. You could care less what's happening right here.
What the fuck is happening?
Gives us a basic little mountain shape. Now then, let's go back to our large brush and grab that.
Okay.
And pull it. Just pull it. Now that's mixing with the liquid
Okay.
light,
Okay.
and automatically it gets lighter toward the base. And if you can see the entire mountain, it should be lighter at the bottom than it is at the top. And as we've said on previous shows, because at the bottom you have mist, and now we have pollution, and these things have a tendency to break up and diffuse light, so it looks softer at the bottom. Now by just taking the knife here, we can create the illusion
Knife.
of highlights and shadows. Just push very firmly. You can take the least little touch of titanium white.
Titanium
You want
white.
these mountains to be far, far away so they don't have much detail. Just
Oh god, that's too
barely
pale.
touch.
It needs to blend.
Smallest amount of the titanium white. And I'm rubbing it.
Oh my god. Way too white.
Okay, let's put a little tiny bit right there. Then we can just rub that right in. See, and it creates the illusion of all kind of things happening without you actually doing a whole bunch. And it keeps that mountain looking like it's far, far away. Far away, far away. There we go.
Yeah.
Maybe a
I
little
have no idea what I'm doing.
wherever. You just make a decision in your mountain and put it wherever you want it. And then we can tap that and blend it a little bit. And that mountain should look just like it's just laying there and just floating in the sky. Very soft, very quiet.
Goodness, thank you.
Okay, let's have
Thank you for having faith in me.
And maybe there's a little footy hill that lives right down here. So we'll just keep using this old 2-inch brush. I'm going to take a little blue, a little bit of crimson,
Crimson.
and I'll just mix them right on the brush. We'll
Okay.
add a tiny little bit of white in there too.
White. What
So
color
we've
is
got
this? It's like a very indigo color.
A little bit of phthalo blue, and a touch of white. Okay, and I'm just tapping the brush. Just tapping it. Let's go right back up here. Maybe there's a little foothill that lives right here. And all you need is just the corner of the brush. And just begin laying in some basic shapes. Just sort of let your brush touch and pull downward. Touch, pull downward, straight down.
Fuck.
Straight down. And maybe they come right on down here, wherever you want them. A little more paint. There we go.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
There they are, just right on down. Now then, I want to create the illusion of mist right under the bottom of this foothill. So I'll take a clean 2-inch brush. I'm going to come right here and tap firmly. Maybe you can hear that, tapping very firmly.
Yeah.
And that'll create the illusion of mist at the base of these foothills. Just like so. Okay. And then very lightly lift upward. Just lift it straight up, straight up. And then blend it out.
Fuck is this?
Okay, maybe, tell you what, maybe there's another layer of foothills in there. So let's go right into the same color.
Oh, stop! You're moving too fast for me.
Yellow blue, but I want it a little bit darker. As things get closer to you in the landscape, they should get a little darker in value. Okay,
This looks like shit.
Let's start right here, and maybe we'll just bring this one down and let it drop.
Okay, a bit darker.
There it is. Just right on down. Right on down. See, it's a little bit darker, so it stands out. Might even add the smallest touch of sap green to that. The smallest touch. I just want to begin giving the indication of a little green.
Okay.
Far back here.
Green, but I hold on. I don't have the green yet.
And once again, I want to create that illusion of mist down here at the bottom. So we tap very firmly. Very firmly. And you're using just the, there you can see, just the top corner of the brush. Strike the canvas. Just like so. Just like that. And that easy. You have mist right at the bottom of that foothill, and then lift upward. There. Isn't that something? Okay, we'll wash the old brush here. I like to wash the brush. That's the most fun part. Of course, everybody in the studio is covered. Okay. Now then, let's begin putting some little things that are happening way back in the distance. I'm going back into this lavender color I made and add a tiny, tiny bit of sap green. Just the smallest amount.
So green lavender.
And all I'm doing is tapping, just still tapping. Okay, let's go right up here.
Like a brown, I guess.
Back in here, way back in here. There's just a little soft hill.
Yeah.
Lives way back here. Very gentle. There. And we're going to put layer after layer after layer of little hills back here. Now, if you live in the Carolinas or someplace that have the beautiful, beautiful hills, this is a super way to make them. You can make all those beautiful mountains that you have in that area the same way. Just leave this big one out. There we go. A little bit more color on the brush. Maybe, I tell you what, maybe there's one that comes from this direction.
Looks like a tree. Yeah, it does.
There we are. That's better. Now we want them to get a little darker as they get closer.
Okay, it's like a...
So all we're doing is just tapping very gently.
tapping. I'm tapping the best way I can.
Okay, a little more of the green into that color.
Okay. Yeah.
And you have to make almighty decisions here. Maybe this one comes right down. There it is. Look at that.
The fuck am I doing?
You do this, you're creating planes in here. And
I don't know what I'm doing, man.
That you add into your painting.
I am.
Makes your painting
Jesus is
deeper.
taking the wheel as we speak.
Shows much more depth in it.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Dollar, but if
Take it from my hands. Or whatever the fuck the lyric is.
There we go.
Fuck is this shit? It's like baby's first digital drawing.
I tell you what, let's have some
Oh.
fun. Let's have some fun. Let me grab.
To be fair, I'm like
brush
new
here.
with this program, so it's like.
And we'll mix up same old color, phthalo blue, alizarin crimson.
True. Alright, blue and what?
And we'll add a little bit of white to that.
White.
A little bit of white. There we go. A little bit more of the crimson. Good.
What are you doing? What are you cooking, man?
Wipe the knife off. Now, we're going to load this fan brush full of paint. Just really load it full.
Alright.
Wiggle it in there. Okay, let's go right up here. Maybe back here lives a happy little tree, little evergreen tree. Now, just sort of touch it to give you a center, and then give it a little upward push.
Shit, fuck yeah.
Sometimes you make evergreens by pushing down, sometimes by pushing upward. Today I thought we'd do it upward. Look at all the little things happen there.
Fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Look at that. Cute little tree. And we don't want him to get lonely, so let's give him a happy little friend. Trees
Oh my
need friends,
God.
too. We all need a friend. There he is. Okay. And you know what happens if there's two trees, sooner or later, them little son of a guns are going to get together, and here's a little tree. And he lives right here beside him. Just like so. Okay. And you're painting. You put as many trees as you want. I'm going to put 3 right there. Maybe, I tell you what, let's have a little tree, a little tiny tree. Lives right there. And we make him the same way.
Oh, yeah.
Only smaller. Just make him a little smaller. And go out and study trees. Make friends with trees. You know, I talk about going out in the woods and sitting around and
Fucking
talking to
tree.
trees. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the way you learn what makes a tree look like a tree. Spend some time with nature.
I like to, but you know,
Let it become your good friend.
I'm in the fucking city.
Put some more trees right out in there. See there, you can just put trees wherever you want them. Tell you what, let's
Fuck.
do. Let's take this brush, and see right here at the base, I'm going to take this brush and just begin picking up some of that color.
Okay.
Tapping. All I'm doing is tapping.
Okay,
And I'm
tap.
going to begin adding a little color to that. A little yellow ochre, a little cad yellow, just very lightly. And then again, creating little highlights on all these little hills.
Okay, ochre, you say?
Just let them all blend together. Just a nice soft little meadow back here. And add a little Indian yellow, and here and there, a little touch of bright red. Tiniest little amount of the red, though. There we go. Just to highlight a little. Don't get carried away. All right. Okay. And I'm just sort of mixing all of these yellows and reds together on the brush. There we are.
Whatever.
There. See how that begins to soften and it creates the illusion of depth.
I don't know.
And that's what we're looking for.
Does it? The fuck?
All right. I'll tell you what, let's go back into this same old color. The blue, the crimson, and the white.
Okay.
Get the old brush all loaded up here. A lot of paint. Let's go back up here.
Yeah.
Maybe in here, some more little trees. Just give it a little push upward. And once again, in
Again
your
with the
painting,
fucking
you put
trees.
as many or as few trees as you want. But the more you make, the more practice you get. And if there's a secret to painting, it's practice.
True.
It's practice. The more you paint, the easier it becomes. It's like anything else. When you first started tying your shoe, probably didn't work first time. You had to practice it a few times.
Took me 12 years to learn to tie my shoe, my man. I'm autistic. I'm sorry.
It's the same way with painting. Pretty soon you can do it. And it's almost...
But yeah, I managed it.
Oh,
Of course.
it
I'm
just
making you
happens.
proud, Bob.
You don't have to worry about how to load this brush. You can spend your thinking time worrying about composition and begin looking at things in the painting. That's when it's fun. That's when you truly experience the joy of painting. Maybe, tell you what, maybe right here, this old tree, he didn't make it. In nature, you have trees that, maybe somebody stepped on them when they was little and they got a little hurt out. And they died. But you
Oh.
have dead trees in nature too. So put some of those in your painting. It makes them look real. Okay, we'll just drop in another little tree or two. Okay, then once again, you just grab the bottom of that and let it go.
Okay.
Right. And we can take our liner brush, and I'll use a little bit of the liquid black on it, and just put a little indication here and there of a few old limbs that are still hanging off these dead trees back here. Isn't that easy? We got her. Okay. Now then, take some more blue and some more crimson.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Let's come right down here. And here comes another hill.
Here comes another hill.
I was initially laying in the base color, the dark color. Just like so. And don't cover it completely. Leave some of these areas that are light in here. These will create all kinds of beautiful effects when you're finished. And as you know, if you've painted with us before, we don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
Well, my mom said when I was born.
Learn to work with these things. Anything that happens, learn to use it.
She didn't say that.
Be your friend. Sometimes you
You know.
have a tendency to fight painting. And just work with whatever happens. Whatever happens. There we go. See, and you begin creating the curvature of the land here, or the lay of the land. Just sort of let your mind wander and enjoy. Painting should make you happy. It should really make you happy. There we go. You know, the one thing, if painting teaches you nothing else, it teaches you to look at nature. I get letters every day from fantastic people that say, Bob, I've looked at the tree in my front yard ever since it was a little baby, and I never really seen it till I started painting. And that's true. That's so true. Painting, it teaches you to see, to appreciate. Pretty soon you're riding down the street and you say, oh my gosh, look at that tree. That tree's made of sap green with a little blue in it, or that cloud can be done with a fan brush. Of course, you have to be careful you wreck the car when you're doing things like that. But
What?
okay, I'm going to add the least little touch of white
Yeah.
and a little bit of red.
Red.
Right on the brush, just tapping it in. Just tapping.
Salmon color, kinda.
Maybe there's a little light that plays right through here. I want this to be a little bright area, right in there. So all I'm going to do is just sort of tap that on and maybe like right there. Right there, right there. I just go right into a little bit of yellow. Add a
Yellow?
little green to that. And I'm using
Green?
all the yellows here.
What kind of color is that?
Red. Touch of the red. It's very strong.
Ochre
Okay,
color.
let's go back up here. Now then, we can begin just tapping on some highlights here. See there?
It's
Look
too
at that. Look at that. And begin.
yellowish
once
green.
again,
That's
begin
darker than
thinking
that.
about the lay of the land. Just sort of let it flow.
Okay.
Because on this piece of canvas, you can create anything. Anything. There we go. See now, if you want to create little hills, it should be brighter on top than it is down here. And that gives the illusion of a little hill, like a light striking up here, and it'll get darker, 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 darker as it works down. Just let it go. You know, I've painted thousands and thousands of paintings, and I still get excited when I see it work. It's so fantastic. There we
Okay.
go.
Yeah. Yep.
Look at all the little hills and little ridges, and you can do it. You can do it. There we go.
Oh, I'm looking at.
See that little bright area? It just shows up little sun striking right through there. Be pretty when it's done.
Huh?
Touch right there. Okay, let's really have some fun now. I'm gonna go right into the midnight black, and I'm gonna add a little bit of Van Dyke brown. Just mix
Black
it
and
around
brown.
the brush.
Okay.
A lot of paint.
It's just a very dark brown, I suppose. That's
Okay,
very
let's go up here. Maybe there's some big trees that live in here,
like a bluish,
and I think one lives right there. And all I'm gonna do is just tap.
a reddish black, maybe.
Just tap. Just come right
Yeah,
down.
maybe. Okay.
Like so. Just tap it in. And I have several fan brushes going here, so I don't have to wash them. Take a little bit of the white right on this brush, and watch here. We're going to come right down this edge, right down the edge. And we'll put some highlight right on that tree. And that easy, you have a nice strong tree trunk. That was fun. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. Same color, little brown and black. Now you have to make a decision. Where does the trees live in your painting? I know, right there. There he comes. And all these trees aren't perfectly straight like telephone poles. Let them have a little character. Trees are like people. Each one has its own individual personality. Oh, I feel there ought to be one right there, right across the mountain. Every tree's different. Once again, spend some time with nature. Go out and talk to a tree. Don't matter if people think you're crazy. Us painters, you know, they think we're a little weird anyway. So that's all right. That's all right. Tell you what, maybe, okay, right here. We'll have a smaller tree that lives right here on this little hill. We'll push him back like that. Okay, let's go over the other side here. We don't want this side to have all the trees, so we'll put, there's one right there. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Just drop it on. This is just black with brown. Big one right there. Big old tree. A little more of the brown. Big old tree. He comes right down like that. See there? Look how easy they were to make. And we'll take our other fan brush that has the white on it, and very quickly you can just go right along here and just drop on a little bit of highlight. Remember which side the light's coming from. And if you're right-handed, it's normally easier to have the light coming from the right. If you're left-handed, it'll vary from person to person. Okay. Let's go right along here. And just drop on some little things. Like so. Just like so. Okay. Let's take a liner brush, and I'm going to put a little bit of the liquid black out here on my palette. Take our liner brush, and I'm add a little tiny bit of thinner to it, so it's very thin. Turn that brush, bring it to a nice point. Let's go right here. Now then, here and there, just drop on a few happy little limbs, little arms on the trees.
Oh, branches.
Trees got
I
some arms.
don't think I have a scrap or two. I mean, I'm not familiar enough with the...
And old pine trees always have old broken ones all over. Look at that. Look at that. This is just liquid black with a little bit of thinner in it. And you can put as many or as few as you want. Few back in here. We don't want this old tree to be left out. There we go. Okay, let's go over here. Put a little bit right there. Right there. But
fuck is this
very nice
wizardry?
painting. If it's your first painting project, it's
What the fuck?
very well. If you've painted with me before, it's a painting that'll give you a lot of fun. There. Gives us a few indications of some limbs. Now then, let's take the old fan brush. I'm going to use some of the black still. And we'll drop a few.
Bob Ross Wizard. Yeah, he's a fucking
leaves on the
wizard.
trees. Okay, let's go right up here. Now we touch and give it a little upward push. Make little smiley faces. Just sort of make a decision where you think they live. Drop them in. Drop them in.
It's like a greenish blue. What
Look
the fuck was
here.
this called?
There's a few on this old tree. Just like that. Let's put a few on this little tree. Leave some of the old trunk showing. Some on this one. All kinds of things happening. And just let them go. Just let them go. We'll give this tree some. There. See? All kinds of leaves here.
I don't know what I'm
Some of the
doing,
sky
Bob.
showing.
Help!
I'm going to go right into a little bit of the sap green with a touch of yellow on it. And come back and very gently highlight some of these. Isn't that easy? You have a
It looks like a penis. Oh
beautiful
god.
tree. And I think with that, we just about have a finished painting. So I think we'll call that one done. And from all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting. God bless. We'll see you next time.
Whoa. Wow. Okay. What the? Okay, this doesn't look half bad. What the fuck? Alright, sure. Let me save that. Where's my mouse when I need it? Oh my god.
Welcome back.
Alright, hold on, Bob, stop. Bob, slow down. I need to promote my stream. What the fuck? It's like, oh god, it's a disaster or something, and like, oh. Wait, what the fuck? Oh. Oh, I need to drink some water. Ugh, alright, let's open a new file. I will eventually post them when I'm ready. Need to check some. Okay, oh, what is OBS doing? OBS is stupid. Hold on. Oh, sorta. I cannot detach the fucking Twitch chat by accident. Didn't mean to. So, oh my god. 1 second. 1 second. I'm having technical issues with OBS. Dear God. Fuck. There we go. Better. That's a bit better. Yeah, OBS has been kind of stupid, and then did it? No, that's not the one. There you go. There we go. It's almost back to normal. There we go. There we go. Back to normal. Back to normal. And also I'm gonna stretch my fucking wrist a bit. Oh. Alright, Bob, what kind of wizardry do you want to show us next?
We're going to do something very different, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So let's have them graphically run all the colors across the screen that you need to do this painting.
Okay.
Come across in exactly the same order I have them on the palette, starting with the white and working around.
Titanium white.
Come on up here to the canvas.
Phthalo green.
I think you'll like this. Today I have a canvas, same size as always use, 18 by 24, but I've taken contact paper.
What?
And put around the entire canvas except for an oval right here in the center.
Uh-huh.
This is just plain old contact paper that you buy at your local drugstore or hardware store, whatever, right over the canvas. And then we're going to paint a beautiful little painting.
Okay, let me just...
So let's do it. Let's do it. Tell you what, I'm going to start out today with a little bit of the bright red, and then I'm going to go right up into a little touch of titanium white.
Titanium white.
A little more of the red, so I'll make a nice
Red.
pinkish color. Okay, let's go right up here, and I'm just going to put in a little tiny pink glow right there, just using little crisscross strokes, just right across there. Okay, now without cleaning the brush, I'm going into a small amount of phthalo blue.
Phthalo blue.
Small amount.
Okay.
It's very strong, very
Yeah.
strong. And then right underneath the paint,
Uh-huh.
a little tiny bit of blue.
Oh god, this is way too fucking bright.
Yeah. This will be a very soft.
Oh my god, it's trans flag. Yo.
Beautiful little painting. I think you're really going to enjoy it. I'm so excited about this one. Okay, now, without cleaning the brush, I'm going into the least little touch of phthalo green.
Phthalo green and mix it with the blue.
Least little touch. Boy, that's
It's like a teal color. It's very pretty.
in just a heartbeat.
Aquamarine a
Okay, let's
bit.
go right up here. Now then, I'm going to have some water in this painting. So
Huh?
I'm gonna pull this right across, just like this. And water, unless it's moving, is level. So try to keep these strokes as straight as possible. See there?
Great, I can't do straight shit, I'm gay.
To run out of your painting, get your floor wet. You'll be mad at me. Now, leave a little area in here that's unpainted. That'll end up being very pretty. Now I have several brushes going, so I don't have to clean them. Okay, now, right here, where this blue and pink go together, I'm just going to blend this till it's nice and soft. So you can't tell where one color stops,
Is it the
next one starts.
What pride flag is this, chat?
And then very lightly, just take the brush strokes out. Down here in the water, all the way across. See how smooth and gentle that is now? But your little light area right there still remains. Okay, let's have some fun now. Now then, let's get dangerous. I'm gonna go into the midnight black. Just
Black?
A little bit on the fan brush. Okay, let's go right up here. Now then, I want some contrast in this sky. So I'm gonna take this.
Are you
and
sure
just
about that?
Dance it around, let it play.
Looks like a fucked up trans but also not.
Look at that. I bet you're upset with me now. Just let all kinds of little things happen. This is just midnight black.
Fuck is this?
Big old cloud lives right up here. Look
This
at
is
that.
demonic entity that's falling up in the air.
A little more of the paint. Maybe it's got a long finger that comes right out through there. Now, when you're doing yours, you put clouds wherever you want them. Don't try to just copy what we have here. Everybody sees nature differently. There. All right. Now then. A nice dry brush. Be sure your brush is dry. If it's wet at this point, you're going to become a mud mixer and you're going to be upset with me.
Okay.
Tiny little circles. And just begin very lightly.
Very lightly.
Blending this.
I'm trying.
Just blend.
I don't have the same tools as you do, Mr. Ross.
Just the corner of the brush. Just the top corner of
Okay.
the brush.
I don't know what the best corner of the brush I can do, but...
There we go. Now then, with a clean fan brush, I'm going to go back and pick up
Laura
a little
flags.
more of my pink. That was the bright
Like-
one, the titanium.
Like systems?
All right, now back up here. Now I'm going to just let some of this bounce. Right.
Yeah, no, there was a pride flag for that.
Just
Cool.
push it in. Get tough with it. Get tough with it. Just let it bounce and play. Look at there.
Fuck, there's more fucking...
Wherever you
I need to bring back some of that pink. This ain't good.
Now once again with our large brush, very gently, just barely grazing the canvas. This is 3 hairs and some air. Just caress it. Just caress it. This is your good
What can I
friend.
do?
You don't want to hurt it. You just want to caress it.
Okay.
See, now very gently,
They're supposed to be...
very gently. Just take the brush strokes out. And that easy, you have
Like a
one
stormy sky at this
fantastic
point.
sky. Isn't that pretty? I think you'll really enjoy doing that one. Okay, today, let's take the old round brush. And I'm going to go right into a little bit of the dark cyan.
Brown. Some kind of reddish brown.
Little sap green.
Black.
Mix them on the brush here. Tap.
A reddish black.
Really tapping that brush. Okay, let's go up here. Now then, maybe there's some happy little trees.
Upload.
Yep, right there. You're right. You were right. There he is. See? And these are just little background things. They live back here, wherever you want them in your world. Oh, there's a nice one. There's a nice one. He got a little extra sunlight. Grew big, strong. A little more of the color. And wherever you want them. All right. And that quick, we have some nice little background trees. Now then, we'll just take a knife. I'm just using the small one, but either one will work. And just scratch in a few little.
I actually use a green instead of the brown. I cheated, I'm sorry.
Or you can take your liner brush and paint them in. I find it a little faster just to drop them in with a knife. There we go. All right. Now then, same old dirty brush. Now I'm going to go right into the yellows. This is a little bit of yellow ochre, a little cad yellow. Shoot, we'll take a little Indian yellow. And some sap green. And we just mix them right on the brush. Now my yellows are a little bit thinner than my other paints, so they mix easier. Okay, let's go right up here. Now then, let's put some highlights on some of these. And I'm just taking the top corner of the brush, and all I'm doing is just barely touching. Just barely touching. See, and make little forms and shapes in there. Okay, just look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Just drop it in. All kinds of little things. Let them happen. Let them happen. Remember, there's layers back here. There's not just one old bush living back here. There's
Musically falls and stream above Ross video everyone falls
illusion
along.
of depth,
Oh, that would be so.
distance in your painting.
Everyone got their own promo of their choice open.
Least little touch of the red. Ooh, put a nice red one right there. That one will really stand out. Pretty little devil.
I'm cheating. I'm using some extra colors. Oh, red. Shit. Yes. Good.
And just sort of work these yellows and reds back and forth. Just to create whatever effect that you want. Remember, this is your world.
The shape does not correspond to what the fuck he drew.
Any old thing. There we go. A little bit right there.
It's just fucking amalgams of fucking green.
You have a very, very nice, effective little background. Now then, let's begin working forward on this and putting some more distance into it. I'm gonna go right into these browns that I had. Same color I made the trees with. A little dark sienna, a little Van Dyke brown. Okay, let's put in some base color here. And all I'm gonna do is just tap. Begin thinking about the lay of the land. How do you want your land to flow? I want it to sort of come down like that. Look at there. Just like so. Just like that. All right. You know, it's hard for me to believe with the completion of this series, we'll have over 100 half-hour shows. That's almost unreal to me. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Now I'm going to pull down a little bit of that color, and this will end up being reflections. Just pull it straight down. Straight down like that.
Okay, the reflection with some like
See? Instant
ish
reflections.
color.
Very lightly go across. Just go right across. And then take another brush here. Same size. It's 2-inch brush. We'll go into a little green, little yellow. And I'm just going to tap some of these colors on here. Same colors we used to highlight the trees in the back. Okay, let's go right up here. Now,
Hello?
begin at the most distant area and start working forward.
Uh-huh.
See, I'll do that real slow so you can see it. Just tap. And you work in layers. Work in layers. Okay, here comes another layer. And let it follow through. It's just like bowling. See, let it follow through there. Just let it come right on down. Layer after layer after layer. However many layers that you want. Wherever you want it to go. Okay. See there? That easy. Creates the illusion of land back here. And painting is just games of illusions. That's really all it is. Okay, now let's take the knife, take a little bit of brown, and back in here we'll put the indication of a little bit of dirt.
Dirt.
Got to have something for
Yeah.
all these little things to live on.
Okay.
Just a little brown. This is a little Van Dyke. Just
A bit too dark.
rubbing it on. And I'll take a little brown and white.
Dirt.
Same color, just brown and white.
No, don't eat the dirt. Don't eat the dirt.
Touch of highlight here and there. Don't overdo. Just a little.
Don't overdo. I would like to. If I actually had physical paint and was following along, this would be easier. I mean, I'm not like good at traditional because.
A happy little water line back.
Oh boy, oh god, I'm having like traumatic flashbacks from art school, and oh god.
Canvas.
You know, I wish I had like pursued some other thing and continued to do art on my side, because if I didn't go to art school, I wouldn't be
You don't want your water
so
to
fucked up
overlap.
mentally.
Okay, I'll add a little bit more of the browns here.
Oh shit, dirt.
Let's go.
Are you referencing
Making
fucking
decisions.
Riddle moves?
Plane after plane.
You know, he made a video about eating that shit.
in the world. Complete the area that's the farthest away first and work forward. A few little happy reflections just by pulling straight down. Going across. Very light. Just whisper light. Now I have 2 brushes going here, so I don't have to clean them each time. Go back into my brush. It has the
Satisfied with that.
Tap a little color. Put a little bit of the bright red on there. There we go. Let's go up here. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that. Just all kinds of little things. There. And if you want one to stand out, add a
That's
little
a little
brighter
bit.
color to it. Look at there.
Beans.
That little hill now stands out from all the rest. Maybe we'll make that one stand out a little more too.
By the way, if you're someone who's planning on going to art school,
Bit of ground area
Don't.
underneath this one. Don't want it.
don't.
Get
Follow
us-
my advice as someone who's been there for 6 years. Fucking don't. Don't. I'm serious.
Color, just barely touch.
It will ruin your life. I'm not joking.
Then I'll just tap a little color in there, and that'll bring all that together. Okay, that's such a pretty little area. Shoot, if I was there, I'd have to have a little cabin right there. Let's do that. Let's go right into some Van Dyke brown. And right here, we'll start with the back eave. Just drop that in. Then do the other side of the roof.
Little house.
That easy. Need a little front on this little rascal. Both sides. Need a side. Don't want that to fall off.
Yeah, okay.
Now then, let's just take a little bit of the brown and white here. And we'll just put a little highlight on the roof. This is an old cabin. I like to do old buildings. If you've painted with me before, you know that. I like these old buildings. Take a little bit of light brown right there and just highlight it a little touch so it stands out. A little bit of highlight.
It's more like a light pink more
That's all
than.
you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Now I'm just gonna take a pointed knife and cut through
Oh.
and make the indication of little boards. I tell you what, let's get the small knife. This small knife gets in these little places a lot better. This guy's like me. He ran out of storage space and he built a little
Oh, the
shed
porch. Okay.
right there. See it?
Hold on, let me blend that.
Easy. You got a happy little shed. You need a little highlight on the top of the shed. It's got a roof on it too, so it doesn't leak. There. There we go. A little bit of highlight on that area. Now keep this right in here, very dark. Very dark. Because not much light's going to hit in there.
Yeah, well, not a porch, but like, no, I don't know what the fuck you call that in house anatomy, but.
Right there. We need a way to get in and out of this nice little cabin.
Huh?
A little touch of lighter. I'm still using a small knife.
What the fuck?
Okay.
How am I doing this?
Tiny bit of blue and white. And put the indication. Maybe there's a little window right there.
Awning? Yeah, I think it's called an awning. I don't know.
Just the least little hint of blue. Okay. Now then.
What?
Let's take a fan brush.
Look at the shit.
We will use some yellows and some greens.
Yellow and green
Right,
and
go.
white.
Now then, we can just pop in some happy little bushes. And this cleans up the bottom of the cabin. Just cleans it all up. And this
House is so
cabin
fucking
isn't
scuffed
growing
looking.
very well, and it's growing up around the edge of his house. So let's let them little weeds grow right up around his house. And maybe we can take the little knife here, put the indication of a little tiny path right there, just a little indication. All right. Now then, we got a little cabin. Got a little cabin. I'm going to put some water lines right under here. Use a little bit of the liquid white.
Huh? Yeah, knife again?
Didn't I tell you this was a fun little painting? I knew you'd enjoy it. I knew you'd enjoy it. I'm going to use some of the browns and greens again. Okay, let's go right up here. Maybe there's a big old tree and he lives.
The old tree?
You're right. He lives right there. And he hangs right out there. That's what I used to do when I was a kid. I just would hang out. That's what this tree's doing. It's just sort of hanging out here, having a good time.
They're hanging.
There we go.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna read that message later, Aspen. Hold on. I'm focused.
Bushes are happening. There they go.
I would probably trauma dump. I'm not trauma dump, but discuss how much harm
Try to plan.
art school has done to me because holy fuck.
Let 'em happen.
My therapist told me, hey, you might have PTSD from that. I'm so happy I went to a school that gave me mental illness. Oh god.
So, and that'll, as we know, will end up being reflections. Pull it down.
I'm not kidding when I say I might have some kind of like anxiety disorder rate to that shit. Oh god.
We need some land.
Hello, welcome to my stream. I'm talking about how our school gave me PTSD. How wonderful.
A little bit of the brown and white.
You're autistic, especially don't go to our school. Holy fuck.
Blue in there. That'll give it a sort of a gray color. But don't overmix your color.
Ooh, it's like a weird like dirty pink. What is that?
All right, I'm gonna take a little liquid white on my liner brush, and maybe over here, there's a tree trunk. He's sort of a light color.
Here's the thing. I understand that sometimes
Brush, it makes
school has to be a bitch. Like art school has to push you into doing
makes it a little more
into
interesting.
doing something out of your comfort zone to make you better because that's how you get better at stuff. You get out of your comfort zone. But
And
it's bad. I don't. that have the words to articulate how fucking traumatic it was for me, like genuinely traumatic. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
we can put some highlights.
Like, still a lot of like, at least back when I went, a lot of like anti-digital art sentiment, and I get it.
Load this 2-inch full of paint.
Traditional art is as valuable as digital, I think. I'm a mostly digital artist, but I think traditional art is beautiful, and people who do that are like, I highly respect that. It's a whole different medium that you need to tame and train yourself to understand and to handle. Digital art might be more affordable and in a way more forgivable because you can easily undo some more mistakes. But like, it's still a whole beast, you know? Like, kind of like how it is with like learning how to use like oils or pastels or like fucking, I don't know, clay and shit like that. It doesn't have to be just painting. Like any traditional art is a whole bitch, you know? Every medium is its own bitch to tame, you know? Photography is a bitch, and that's the whole point. You gotta tame that shit. You gotta get good. But yeah, like back when I went to art school, they still had this very, very, very anti-digital art thing. And I understand that it pushed me to do traditional because that's how you get out of your comfort zone. But see, the thing is, I had zero fucking experience with traditional art, so it came out shit, you know? I didn't have time to like properly get a handle on this, so... And it did not help at all mentally because I thought, I am a piece of shit, why am I even here? Like, it just further fueled my imposter syndrome. And, you know, I feel like if I had more time to like... experiment with traditional art, I would have enjoyed a little bit more. And here's the thing, we had a color theory class, right, supposedly. And here's the thing, they always gave us 5 colors to mix with. 5. Magenta, cyan, yellow, black, and white. And despite mixing, like, everything, right, in every possible combination, the colors came out bad all the time, right? And I was like wondering, what the fuck is wrong? Right? Wow. Hold on, I need to pause the video and talk more about this because
already, doesn't that make a beautiful?
I did a little bit of photography myself, you know, for art school. I did a little bit of photography.
Still using just the brown.
But I think I gave the camera to my dad eventually. But I would like to talk more in detail about how much art school fucked me up, but... So here's the thing, I was saying there was this class where we supposedly taught color theory, but with those 5 colors, I was wondering what the fuck I was doing wrong, because it never came out right. And then one time, I decided to take an independent class from some lady a couple of cities in the neighboring city, right? And it turns out that if you want to get a more varied like gamut with the basic colors only, you actually need 3 extra more colors, right? So not only you need black and white, but along with that you need magenta, cyan, in yellow, and then you need ultramarine. Crimson, not crimson, it was vermilion. And a very specific shade of yellow I cannot remember. But to start out, you need all these fucking colors. And then I realized, holy shit, I actually can get a lot more color variety with this. This fucking class at school lied to me. And I was feeling terrible because I couldn't get the right mix. It turns out, no. Like, if you're gonna start with gouache, which is an oil paint, so... I don't remember, if I could tell you, I would say that, but I just don't remember the exact shade of yellow. So... black, white, magenta, cyan, yellow, I think it has to be a very basic type of yellow, you know, like very bright yellow. Then you have vermilion, ultramarine, and the other yellow I don't remember. I think it was lemon yellow? I don't know. But yeah. They made us do a bunch of exercises. They made us do a color wheel where you had the full saturated colors, then you had the colors with gray, and then you had the colors with black and all that. And the wheels at home, honestly, if I could, I would bring the easel back home and all my fucking supplies, and I would like to like fuck around a bit with like traditional more, you know, try to just not give a shit about it and just do whatever, because the immense pressure put to me during art school just made me so disgusted with traditional art. It was so bad, man. I mean, I'm kind of glad I'm not the only one who has suffered through it, because there are so many testimonies from people who were art students saying, yeah, I went to art school and now I hate myself and I hate art. And like, Jesus fucking Christ. And like, are we sending people there to be fucking traumatized?
Just put the indication here and there.
That's what it looks like to me nowadays, you know?
We'll have some cover
Like,
here.
are those people even learning anything, or is it just like coming back with trauma? Sucks. It sucks that it has to be this way. Yeah, like, it's a warm yellow. One of them is a very saturated cold yellow, and the other is like more lemon yellow, more warm. But yes, I would, if I could tell you, I would tell you what the missing yellow shit is, but you get the idea at least. But yeah, I was so happy because, oh my god, turns out I actually have a chance with fucking traditional art.
Little land right here.
I lost track of what I was doing. I was talking about art school bad. But yes, never go to art school. Sake, don't never go there. Never go. I wish I had done a different degree so I could do art on the side.
Cut us in a nice little water line. All right. Now then, let's go back to our 2-inch brush that has the color on it. And let's begin putting in some little highlights. All we're doing here is just barely tapping the yellows and the greens.
Okay.
See, don't kill all your darks. I know you get tired of hearing me say that, but it is so important. If you kill all those darks, then you're going to lose your depth in your tree. You're going to lose it. See, that dark makes that really stand out. And as I said earlier, if you have trouble making your paint stick, add a little bit of liquid white or a little bit of thinner.
But yeah, the paint I used was Winsor & Newton, that one brand.
A little lighter.
God.
Use thinner.
Traditional art is so fucking expensive. Like, I think I don't remember. I've spent so much money on art supplies back in art school. Look.
I think I knew that.
Yeah, Winsor & Newton. You know, so far so good in traditional. When it comes to traditional,
Once again here.
I don't dislike gouache too much. I like how dense it is. Acrylic was kind of a bitch. I don't like how you have to put so many fucking layers over and over. I like gouache because, bam, it's right there, it's flat. And you can easily wash it away with some water, you know, a bit. Like when you have to clean the palette.
Just wander right on over here.
So, like, fucking watercolor, I hate that shit too. Watercolor is a bitch.
I hope you've enjoyed this painting.
Real fucking bitch.
Bringing it to you.
One of these days I would like to sit down and, like, get my easel and just fucking slap a bunch of shit.
And I've been waiting
I
to
just
show
not
it to
give
you
a fuck.
because I knew you'd be excited about it.
Go full rough commode and just make some rectangles.
I think
Fuck
we're
it.
about ready to sign that one. Take a little bit of the bright red on my liner brush. Just go right here. We'll sign this one. Call
Red?
it finished. And once again, I really hope you've enjoyed this one.
What is this? Oh, that's
Great pleasure bringing it to you.
that's the signature. I don't know what I just did, but I sure did something.
Next time, happy painting. God bless.
But yeah, let me scroll up to the first message Aspen sent. What's the point of art school aside from just getting a degree? I can guess maybe to learn something niche, but there's so many tutorials out there for you to teach yourself majority of the things you want to learn. All you have to do is get materials, explore, and practice, which I can guess art school does the same, but with the unpredictability of the teacher. Dude, I want to tell you some fucking horror stories from art school. Is that at some point I had to do like a project, and it was a collage project. We had to take, papers of different colors and, do a shape of that, do a story, do a composition. And at some point, my teachers gave me shit because I made a building blue. And they're like, blue buildings don't fucking exist. Why is that building blue? And like, listen. They were bitching to me about the building being blue when literally a few meters away there was a building painted in fucking blue. I mean, that building has been renovated and repainted in black, but it was blue! And bro, are you artists? Like, do you not like when buildings have whimsical colors? What the fuck is this shit? Right? What the fuck? It's just... Do you hate whimsy? What is this shit? And I just... and there's also like a... God, I just don't know, man. I mean, during my master years, when I did get a master degree and everything, I did the whole thing. I did the bachelor degree and the master degree. The teacher did say, wow, you got a lot better, but like, holy fuck, it took you that long to finally acknowledge that, I did something and bit too late for that. Like, I always felt like I was falling behind my classmates, and when I did art for school, it came out like shit because I didn't like it, right? And when I did art for myself, it came out decent because I was enjoying this, but the problem is that unfortunately I had to prioritize art for school instead of art for myself. And if I ever got caught drawing for myself, I would get called a lazy bitch. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to stay sane. So yeah, 6 years later, I think I have an anxiety disorder and also I have tendonitis. And it killed my dream of making comics. Thank you, art school. Thank you. I have a degree, but now I am traumatized to death. Thank you. Original art can be expensive. That is true. I had a lot of what's this brand of paper called? It's pretty famous. Canton, whatever. On the trauma, yeah. The trauma. Beautiful, crunchy trauma. Okay, let me promote our stream. I don't want to like vent on the fucking twitch.com, but like you need to know that it's not worth going to art school. Go take some independent classes, learn by yourself. I learned more about painting with fucking oil paints in a week by some lady than I did in 2 years of fucking color class. Holy shit. I'm gonna do another one and then maybe I'll stop. But yeah. This has been interesting so far. It's very experimental. Alright. Money well spent on the trauma. But yeah, Winsor & Newton. One thing I also like to use, I think it was also Winsor & Newton brand, I'm not sure. It was the watercolor pencils. Watercolor pencils are pretty cool because they can be pencils and watercolor. So I kind of like fucking around with them a bit because it could be this perfect mix of like dry and wet. I also have a bunch of markers I like to learn to use and ink pens. I really want to like branch out a bit and fuck around with traditional art to like, change the pace a bit. But, right now I don't have anything. I don't have everything is back at my parents' home. So eventually they're gonna be there. I also have an easel. I mean, not right now. It's at my parents' home, but eventually I'll get them. Eventually. Hold on. I think. There we go. All right, the next Bob Ross. Somebody do it for free in the events. Yeah.
Join me today. Today I thought we'd do a nice, beautiful little winter scene that's sort of warm and has a beautiful little glow in it. I think it'll make you happy. So
Last one.
Start off and run all the colors across the screen that you need to do this painting, and they'll come across in the same order as I
Titanium white. I know that one.
I've already covered the canvas with a thin, even coat of the liquid white. It's wet.
White.
So it's all ready to go. Let's have some fun. Start today with a little 1-inch brush.
Black?
Go into a little bit of cad yellow and the tiniest little amount of the
white.
Tiny little amount. Can't say that enough.
Van Slur Brown.
Up here. I'm gonna have a sun in this painting, so.
It makes me think of the person who called like Dick Van Dyke genital von Slur.
So. Okay, now I'm gonna wash the brush. And we wash our brushes in odorless thinner. Just beat the devil out of it.
Beat the devil out of it.
Now then, I'm gonna go into titanium white.
Titanium white.
Come right down here and get a little touch of a
Oh no, slur word.
Just like so. Okay. Now let's go right up in here and we'll work this in.
Okay.
Little crisscross strokes, little X's. Now, if you use
Fuck
these
word.
little crisscross strokes rather than drawing a big circle, it's much, much easier to blend all these colors together. I'd really recommend you use these little
Alright, it's
strokes.
gonna be paler than that. Hold on.
Okay.
Got flower of it right now.
Maybe I'll add at least a little touch of crimson here and make it a little bit brighter so you can see it better on the set. Sometimes some of these colors are so soft it's hard to see. And we'll bring it right on out like that. Normally when we're doing these paintings for television, we paint a little brighter than we would at home. So when you're painting at home, you paint any way that makes you happy,
Still think about the houses, and
like that.
I heard that was just fucking fancy script.
2-inch brush, it's a little bit faster now. Go right into the
Say hi, Herbert!
tiniest
Fuck!
little bit. Tiniest little bit. And then I'm going to add just a small amount of the dark sienna to the crimson. Make a very...
Oh, this is looking already fucking weird. Wow.
Yeah, very lightly. Right around here.
So
Stay
it's so darker, reddish, brownish? What is...
quiet. Gentle little sky, but very effective.
I don't know, that sky looks very angry at me. It looks like it's glaring me down from the fucking heavens and it's going to strike me for committing sins against humanity.
They're good sellers if you're interested in selling paintings. So many people write and tell me that they're
Oh
selling
fuck, you got
paintings.
censored, hold
I
on.
never even believed they could paint.
Fuck yourself.
It really
Think
is.
about...
Tell me that. And it's not the money. The money's not important. It's
Think about the
what
bunny
it does to
animation where someone
people
uses speak to animal and says, I love
inside.
you bunny, the bunny just like,
Because
go
if somebody's
fuck
willing to
yourself.
pay you for something you painted with your hand,
Beautiful.
then makes you want to go home and paint 10 more paintings. That's what's important. It's not the money. Going right into the
Oh, Canson, I think Canson is the brand of paper I'm talking about.
Gosh, get excited. Van Dyke Brown.
Brown? It's a shitty grayish brown, what is this?
Now this is mixing with the liquid white
Okay.
and all of these.
I don't know,
beautiful little
I don't
things
trust
together.
that.
Okay, a little bit more of the brown. And right there. Right there.
Sure you wanna mix brown with this shit?
Well, it looks just like an
No,
egg
man.
I cooked this morning.
Bit weird.
Bad news. I'm not much of a cook. I'll just lay a little tiny bit of this brownish
Brown of
color
paper
down
mixed
here.
media. Oh, you do that.
And without
How
even
many
having to
grams? I used to like, there's different type of grams. Like the thicker it is, the better it is for like wet paints, like fucking watercolor and shit like that.
Just here and there. Just here and there. And you can add a little alizarin crimson. I'm just putting some colors down here. Don't worry about blending them together or mixing them at this point. All right, let's lay that brush down. And I have several of these 2-inch brushes going. And I'm going to go right up here and begin blending, still using the little crisscross strokes. And you really want to blend this out. Just blend it, blend it, blend it.
So this is very conceptual.
Working outward. You don't want to bring the dark color in toward the center. Blend it outward. There. And you want to blend this till you can't tell where one color stops and the next one starts.
What is happening?
Very soft and very gentle.
Using good Canson sketchbook, very good
Very
paper,
light.
yeah.
Just take out the brush strokes.
Yeah.
If you happen to get a hair on your canvas like I did there, just take the corner of the brush and pop it off.
I'm not using one sketchbook because Miata gives us this really nice leather bound as a birthday gift a few years ago. Oh,
Put a sun up in here. And for that, I'm going to use,
but it's very pretty.
let's go right here. Take a little white, and I'm just going to
White.
just make a little circle. Sun looks a little better if it's round. Them square suns sort of bother you. There you go. See? And you just push that right in there and make a little circle. Now, if you tried blending that, it
Oh,
would
looks
smear.
bad.
So, take your knife, come right up here and watch. Take your knife.
That
and
looks
just
bad.
Take it right off. The value
Oh.
of color remains in the canvas.
Oh. Oh, haunted. Haunted.
And see, you can blend that. That easy. You have a happy little sun. All right. And that completes our sky. Now we can have some fun and begin painting. Now you have to make a decision here. Okay, I'm going to use the round brush.
Oh wow, it looks very dreamlike.
Go into Van Dyke Brown, little dark sienna, and I'm just going to mix them on the brush. Just tap it. See, just tap. There we go. Let's go right up here. maybe there's a happy little tree that lives right here. And then we'll start at the base
Or
of the
tree.
tree and work upward. So automatically it's going to mix with the liquid white, and it's going to be darker at the bottom than it is on the top. And you have your shadows without even trying. Darker, darker, darker down toward the bottom. There we go. Maybe there's a happy little tree or bush that lives there. Begin thinking about the lay of the land, or the way the ground flows. I'm going to have a little hill here, so that's what I'm again working on. We're not worried a great deal about detail at this point, but all we're interested in is the general lay of the land. Oh, there's another one. See, just let these little things just sort of fall out of your brush. They live in there. Sometimes you have to tap them out a little bit, but they live in there. There we go. And we'll pull a little bit of that color down, just the bottom, because that'll end up being our shadows in the snow. See, use all these things. Well, you got this whole dark color on the brush, you can use it. Now then, I'm going to put a little bit of the liquid black out here on my palette, take my liner brush, add a little paint thinner, and then work that brush in there and turn it, bring it to a super sharp point. Look at that, very sharp, all right? Now then, in here, put just the indication of a few little trunks, little stems, whatever you want to call them.
I see.
Arms, whatever.
Knife.
Now, one of the questions I get asked a great deal is, do you pull it down or do you go up? It doesn't matter. Try it both ways. And most people will find it works better one way than it does the other. Now, normally I pull down because it's easier for you to see it that way. When I'm painting at home, a lot of times I'll pull up. I don't think there's any rule. You just sort of practice and find which way works for you. There, we try to show you as many ways as possible and then turn you loose on the world. Okay, now then, I'm going to take the old round brush and dip it right into a little touch of the liquid white. Just a
White.
touch.
Yeah.
I'm going to add the least little touch.
Very bright, very light pink.
Red here, tiniest little bit. Tap that brush. Tap it. Tap it. Tap it. Okay, let's go up here.
Tap, tap.
Now then, let's put some beautiful little highlights up here on these trees. Just use just the top corner of the brush and begin tapping.
Yeah, I mean, I can't redo a corner of a brush here, but
But think about
fine.
the shapes in here. Don't just throw this on at random. Leave some of those nice dark areas in here. See the patterns? That's what gives your tree shape and form. Now, if you have trouble making it stick, add a little bit more of the liquid white to it. I'm going to put a little more red in there. I want it to stand out a little. Oh, there we go. There we go. Beautiful. You can see that much better, I think. Okay, and just go right along here. And make some decisions. How many trees?
I'm gonna touch your glass of enclosure in retaliation. Good luck finding it in the first place.
See, layer them. That creates depth. This is where the little bunny rabbit hides, is behind that bush. And then up here, all winter long, the little tree urchin stays. Now, I bet you wonder what a tree urchin is. That's what I call a little squirrel.
I will.
I have a
We'll find it. Oh god.
the little squirrels come and they eat the walnuts. And we have little power struggles over who's going to get the walnuts, me or the squirrel. Guess who wins? The squirrel's got a nest full of nuts and I have none.
Well, we're gonna take your nuts. You're stealing my nuts!
I got one of them little rascals that decided he liked my garage better than he did out there in the cold. He moved into my garage.
Bolas.
Can't get to
Balls.
level out. So I put some mothballs in his nest. Whew, now it stinks. There. Now, once again, while I have this on my brush, I'm going to begin pulling in some basic shapes, and I'm not worried at this point
Ooh,
much of anything except the lay of
fascinating.
the land. Just pull it in. There we go, just like so. All right. Now then, we can take the old fan brush the old fan brush with a little white on it, and we can begin working on some nice shapes and stuff here. This is where, begin laying in the snow. And you can go into a tiny little bit of the phthalo blue and add shadows. And it doesn't matter. In fact, it's desirable if you pick up a little bit of this brown and begin working it in here. There we go. Always, always paying attention to the lay of the land. And think where the light would hit. Snow is very really smooth. It has little bumps because there's rocks and stones and all kinds of little happy things that are underneath the snow. You may not see them, but they cause bumps in the snow. Okay, maybe, tell you what, let's go right here and push in. There. There's a happy little grassy area that just runs right down the hill. See there? You just make all kinds of little things happen here. All right. I like to do these little winter scenes. They're a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And they're easy. Make you happy. Okay, tell you what. Maybe years ago, an old trapper, maybe he built him a little house right there. So I'll take some of the Van Dyke brown, cut across, and get a little roll of paint on my knife. There you can see, right out on the edge is most important. It's right out on the edge of the knife. Let's go up here. Okay, maybe the little house does now, right there. There it is. See, paint that little back eave first.
Okay.
We'll put a front on him. A little front on the other side. See, just sort of, in your mind, think what a house looks like. And he needs a little side over here too. Boy. All right, now then, take a little white and a little brown, pull it out very flat, get us a little roll of paint, and let's put the least little touch of highlight on there. Barely touching. Just caress the canvas. Okay, now, see, we can see that the light's coming from here. So this side's going to be brighter. This one over here, this one's going to be almost dark, almost pure brown. Don't worry about too much color over on that side. Boy, that the guy that lives in there is freezing because there is no roof on his house. Let's give him a roof. There we go.
White, huh?
Just that easy. Now he's got a half a roof. Let's feel sorry for him and give him the other half. Don't want him to freeze. Okay, a little snow on the other side. Just sort of bring all that together. Isn't that easy? We got a little cabin. Need a door. Don't want him to get locked in there and can't get out all winter. There, you got a little door. Take a little white. Go around the edges. There, make that rascal stand out. I'm going to take the small knife now. We'll put a little window right there. Just a little blue and white. Just to give the indication of a happy little window. Like that. Okay, on a chimney. We'll use the small edge of the small knife again. Put a little chimney. Take a little, tiniest little touch of the bright red. Excuse my arm there. Maybe he don't have his fireplace lit. A little snow laying up here on his chimney. There we go. That easy. I'll tell you what.
Got it.
A little bit of liquid black. Maybe there's what remains of an old fence. And it went right on off. Here, this is just straight liquid black. There it goes. There. And there's a few old rails left on it. Right on off into the distance. Isn't that neat? Choop.
Oh, these are not trees.
Dirt with. Now, wash the brush. I'll take a little bit of the liquid white. Oh, look at there. A little snow laying up here on this fence. And a little up here on top. There. See? And you can just make all kinds of little things. All right. Now we can take the fan brush and grab just a touch of that and blend it in. All right, now we can fix up the foot of this cabin. Take and work on your perspective. Look at there. You can just cut it right off wherever you want it. Wherever you want it. Take a little white, little touch of blue into it. We come right along here, and there's a big old bunch of snow laying right along in there. Maybe even create the illusion that he's been walking right here. I'm just using a little tiny bit of phthalo blue and white. And we go back to our pinker colors. It's got a little pink in there. And begin building all this in. See, still paying very close attention to the lay of the land. It's most important that you always keep in mind the way you want this land to flow. If you don't, it'll get away from you. Run right out of your painting. Pretty soon you'll have land going in every which direction. So pay attention to that. It's important. It's the little details that make your paintings better, make you happier. And when you get done with your painting, it's nice to step back and look at it and feel good about it. You want to feel good about it. There, just put that right back in. See? Got to get a little larger down here because perspective-wise, it's getting closer to you. All right. All right, we've about got one side done here. Isn't it fun? There. Okay, let's get
Oh my god. What a nice idyllic scenery.
Round brush here. Let's put something over here on the other side and have some fun. Back into my dark sienna, Van Dyke brown, tap that old brush in there. So you really beat that son of a gun. This is where you take out all your frustrations. This is better than kicking your dog. Of course, if he's like mine, you kick him, he'll take your leg off. There we go. Right on up there. Work it up. See, once again, we're starting from the bottom and working upward. So it's darker at the bottom than it is on top. Maybe that comes right up into there.
I hear music outside. It's freaking me out.
Very soft.
I'm like, what the fuck was that noise?
These browns and stuff, they're so striking, so effective. There we go. Maybe to about right there. Tell you what, let's do. We got this old brush going. It's so much fun. Let's go right over on this side. And maybe right here, I'm just going to push upward. See? Just push.
The music that fucking gets you. Ah!
Little leaves and stuff. Isn't that easy? It looks like old dead bush. There's one right there, too. We'll have a couple of these old rascals. Just drop them in wherever you want them. Then you take the old fan brush and go right back in here and begin working some of these out. Create all kinds of pretty things. So you can make the lay of the land go anywhere you want to go. Just wherever. There we go. See, makes all kinds of little snow drifts up there. There we are. Sometimes it's just so pretty it hurts. Okay. And let's change the flow of the land here, the lay of the land. Watch right here. See? Take it this way and bring it up in here. And
White?
Grab some of that brown, pull it down in there. Automatically, you can change the lay of the land. So now you can see there's a separate entity here. It goes back farther, pushes everything back. There we go. Okay. Now then, let's take, I'll use the old knife here.
Hey, Phoenix.
Put a quick little indication here of a little tree trunk in there. Doop, doop, doop. Just like that. A few little limbs here and there. A little brown and white. A little highlight. Just a tiny touch of highlight. You take just a pointed knife. Look at there. Scrape.
Oh, there's some nice noise
all
from.
kinds of little doers in there. Little limbs and stems and twigs. And just that easy. Okay. Now,
Very young Bob in the background. Hope you had a good day. Thank you.
there it is. The round brush. Let's have some fun. Let's get crazy here. I'm going to take a little, the bright red, a little yellow ochre, a little Indian yellow.
A reddish
Very
orange. What is
small
this?
amount. Don't get too wild on us.
Hoktua? What?
Very small amount. Okay,
What did he
so up
say?
here. Maybe this tree here has got a little bit of color on it still from fall. Just drop in some happy little things. Once again, worry about patterns, shapes. Think about limbs in there. And I'm just using the very top corner of the brush.
What did he say?
Very top corner. Look at that though. See all them little things?
Like hooked up.
And this creates a little warmth in the painting.
The good thing that he died because he would have not known where Hoktua was.
Whew, gosh, you almost had to put on a coat. These are very warm and very soft.
And it's a shame that he died.
And they go well in people's homes. People like these kind of paintings. These are the
The
type
fuck am I
paintings for
doing?
special friends and as gifts for Christmas and birthdays and weddings and all kinds of things like that. You know, that brings up another thing. A lot of people ask us what we do with all these paintings that we do on TV. Most of them are used to go into the books that we do. But all the rest of them, we donate. We donate them to PBS stations all around the country and to charity organizations for them to make a happy buck with. So if you would like to have one of the easiest ways to get it is to call your PBS station and say, hey, you know, get one of Bob's paintings for your next auction.
More white?
And we'll be glad to donate one to him. And it helps everybody out. You get better programming that way in the PBS station. He puts a happy buck in his pocket, and you get a painting. So keep that in mind if you want one. Just let your station know. Just drop in a few little blue and white grassy areas here. All kinds of little things going on in here. All kinds of little things. Now then, I tell you what, let's use the knife. Maybe there's what remains. There is an old fence right here. There's a post.
Okay. Yep, fence. Fence, shit, knife.
3 looks better.
Knife tool.
A little bit of brown and white for some highlight. Doop, doop. There we go.
Thank you, Javi.
One old post is hanging across there. Just like that. That easy. Okay, let's have some fun. Let me get an old fan brush here. Go
Let's
right
having some. We're not having fun until now, Bob? What the fuck? Are you not having fun?
Yep. Look at there.
What the heck is that?
Big old tree.
Oh, big old tree, of course. Classic.
Tree. I put a big tree in a painting.
Well, for the classic Bob Ross big old tree.
Absolutely screamed at me. So if you don't want a big tree in your painting, don't put one in there and then scream at me. This is your world, so you do whatever you want in your painting. Okay, now then I'll take the liner brush, a little bit of liquid black, and we'll just put the indication of a few old limbs here and there. Now, sometimes I add a little paint thinner to the liquid black to make it really flow easy. Just let it go. Just let it really work right off your brush. Come right on around there. Look at there. See? And have some of these limbs that go up and across the tree. Don't have them all just going out the side. See, and you can put all kinds of little tiny things in there just by stroking the canvas. Can you see that? Just get sort of crazy and let them go. There. Now then, I'm going to take the knife and a little bit of white, a little brown. Let's put a little touch of highlight on this tree. There. Just barely touch. Give it a little pull. Just let the paint grab. This is a thick, thick paint. So it'll grab and hang on.
Yeah.
There. Maybe this one comes right down in front. Like that. See there? You can just make all the trees you want in your world. Okay. Now then, take the old fan brush And put a little snow down here on his foots. Gotta take care of his old foots. Big foots. Take the liner brush with a little liquid white and just lay on a little highlight here and there to create the illusion of a little snow. And I think with that, we about have a finished painting. So let's take a little bit of the bright red liner brush and we'll sign this one. The old clock on the wall tells me I got to leave you for today, but I'll be back next time. Hope you have your easel set up, glass of tea, and you're all ready. Until then.
Thank you, Bob.
God bless.
Thank you, Bob. Alright. Alright, that's the final one. I'll be posting them. Ugh. That was fun. Thank you. Alright. Okay. Shit, that was kind of fun. Hey, I should do some more of these at some point. Oh, I'm gonna post them later then. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Thank you for watching. I stream on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday after 9 p.m. Central Time. Sometimes on Fridays at 8 p.m. Tomorrow we're playing more Forgive Me Father, and on Monday more Transformers War for Cybertron. I'm gonna see if there's someone I can raid. Ooh, let's see. Emily Pyro is playing Hades too, and I'm gonna raid her now. Bob Ross effect. Alright. Alright, go watch Demily. Go watch Demily now. Go watch her play the funny Greek Mythology game sequel. Bye-bye!